It was Christmas Eve, 1945, in Fayetteville, West Virginia. George and Jenny Sodder, Italian immigrants, were celebrating with their 9 children. Laughter filled the house. The tree sparkled. It was warm, safe, perfect. 5 of the children, Maurice, Martha, Louise, Jenny, and Betty, asked to stay up past bedtime. Their mother agreed as long as they remembered to lock the doors and turn off the lights. Jenny went to bed. George followed later. Around 12:30 a.m., the phone rang. Jenny answered. A woman's voice asked for someone unfamiliar. There was laughter and clinking glasses in the background. A party atmosphere. Jenny hung up, unsettled. Around 1 a.m., Jenny was jolted awake by a loud, heavy thud on the roof. Moments later, she smelled smoke. She rushed to the hallway. Flames were pouring from George's office. Jenny screamed for her family. 4 children escaped, but 5 were still upstairs. George tried to reach them, but the stairwell was engulfed in flames. He smashed a window and tried to re-enter but was forced back. He ran to fetch the ladder. It was missing. He tried to start his trucks. Both failed. The water barrel was frozen solid. Neighbors tried to call the fire department but got no answer. Eventually a call reached a local operator. The fire department didn't arrive until 8 a.m., nearly 7 hours after the blaze began. By then, the home was reduced to ashes. When the fire cooled, investigators searched for remains. There were none. Authorities said the fire was hot enough to cremate the bodies completely, but Jenny disagreed. She conducted her own experiments, burning animal bones, and always found fragments. Experts confirmed house fires don't get hot enough to destroy bones entirely. Fire Chief F.J. Morris later admitted he found something in the ashes. A heart, he said, but he didn't report it. Instead, he buried it in a box. When the box was exhumed, it turned out to be a beef liver, never exposed to fire. Someone had planted it. The Sodders began to piece things together. Their phone line had been cut. The trucks that wouldn't start had been working the day before. The ladder had been found, thrown down a nearby embankment. A bus driver reported seeing fireballs thrown onto the roof that night. A woman said she saw the children alive, looking out of a car window, hours after the fire. Police dismissed all reports. The FBI refused to investigate, saying it was a local matter. Years later, the family received an envelope from Kentucky. Inside, a photo of a man in his 30s. On the back, Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, Elil boys, a 90,132 or 35. George and Jenny believed it was their missing son. Older, but unmistakable. George hired a detective to investigate. The man traveled to Kentucky, and was never heard from again. For decades, the family kept a billboard along Route 16, asking for information. Jenny wore black for the rest of her life. George died in 1969 without answers. Jenny passed away in 1989, still believing the children were alive. Years later, a woman contacted the family claiming she had lived with one of the boys. She said he had been abducted, given a new identity, and told his real family was dead. He died before the truth could be confirmed. 3 main theories surfaced. Mafia retaliation. George had publicly criticized Mussolini, angering powerful people. Child trafficking. The children were kidnapped and sold or adopted. Local cover-up. Officials mishandled or buried evidence to protect reputations. The family submitted all their evidence to the FBI. The response: local jurisdiction, we cannot help. Later they discovered the FBI had opened a classified file, now missing. No further action was taken. In the 2000s, surviving family members submitted DNA. One man, adopted as a child, claimed to be Louis Sodder. He submitted a sample, no match. Despite the failures, the mystery never faded. One archive box labeled, "Sodder Case Do Not Release" was found. Its contents are still sealed. No bodies, no proof, no closure, only questions. Why did the fire department take 7 hours? Why was the fire chief hiding evidence? Why did so many leads go ignored? To this day, the Sodder case remains one of the most disturbing unsolved mysteries in American history. A fire, a cover-up, a vanished family, and a question that still burns. What really happened to the Sodder children? In my opinion, the Sodder case remains a haunting reminder of how some mysteries may never be solved. The unanswered questions, conflicting evidence, and the family's enduring hope make this story both tragic and fascinating. Until new evidence emerges, the truth about what happened that Christmas Eve will likely remain forever out of reach.